So I'm working on an X-RL7 game. In the game, you play as the character Program from the X-RL7 series.
You're not the first stray I've had to put down.
So we're treated to even more wonderful dialogue from his voice actor, Ron Scalzo.
We're gonna slay!
And I think that just kind of comes from maybe just an exaggerated version of my own self. And then add in that little flavor of this guy doesn't give a shit. I feel like there's a little more civility to what Ron brings to the table than what Program does. And just adding that little bit of edge, I think, is what's needed to bring the character to life.
Gotta play this nice and cool. Ha! Like I'm ever not.
So I've decided to start making these devlogs to document the process and keep you abreast of the things happening in the game. And I'm going to do my best because I've got to tell you, social media is not my strong suit. I'm not one of those people that's constantly like, check out my face, here's my opinion on this and on that. I express myself through my art and I just get on with the work. So I'm going to do my best to keep on top of this and post more and be more transparent about how the things are going. It's going well. So I'm making a game in the Unity engine with some software called PowerQuest, which is kind of like an extension for Unity, which has the framework of making a point-and-click 2D adventure game. Now, PowerQuest has a lot of cool stuff, and fortunately, it allows extensions for expanding upon what it can do already, which I'm utilizing a lot. So in the web series, the eyes, the eyebrows, the mouth, the body language, the poses, these are very important in expressing what the character's thinking. And even during like a single line, there's considerations about how is the character feeling as he's saying these words, what is going on in the background. And the people around react to this as well. Sometimes it's very subtle. So these micromanagements of movement, constant flowing movement in the series, in the game, that's restricted a bit. So one of the first things I focused in on was having some added control for eyes, eyebrows, and mouth movements. I'm having to make do with like an expression, a movement per line, rather than any changes during. In the series, I'm constantly interacting with the audio. I use animation software called Toon Boom Harmony, but this isn't appropriate for working on a game. So I had to find an alternative. So I went through a few similar programs to do a similar thing. And the one I landed on, which suits me best, is Spine. In a similar way, you can make bones. I don't actually use bones in the web series, but you can bone up the characters. Oh, hang on. So Spine, doing a set of poses and exporting them out as PNGs. They're going in the game and getting called upon. And that's been an interesting thing to navigate because once it's in the game, I realized, oh, okay, that's a little bit clunky or whatever. So a breakthrough came out recently where I managed to get some functionality I call the lean.
PJ!
So a little cheat in animation, which I use sometimes to give a bit more movement for less effort, is taking the character and just skewing them, the entire character, just having a skew one way or the other, and it just gives you this sense of movement, and particularly this concept I've spoken about in animation. I can't remember what the technical name is, but I call it an overshoot, where you basically take the character past the point they're supposed to be, and then they go back there over a certain amount of time. So I managed to get some code to do that in the game after some trial and error, which is great because that's emulating some aspect of what I do on the web series.
I'm Program.
I know. I like your song, Program.
Ah, thanks. It's about one of my favorite subjects.
One great thing about the game is a lot of familiar voices are back. Obviously, we've got Ron as Program. Annie Ko from Love X Stereo is back as a different character.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what I had to do to get all these hardware baddies.
Lee, who voices Smith, is back as Smith. And a new character who's a little bit nervous.
Just mentally preparing for the show.
Michael Joseph is back, the voice of Jared, but as a couple of other characters.
I'm just slinging drinks while I'm hustling.
And there's more people to announce soon. And what goes into dealing with the voice acting for a game, that's a whole kettle of fish there. That's a weird phrase, isn't it?
With all these lines I get from you, Ron, I'll edit them because you send options as well. So it's like we're on over 1,000 now. It's a lot of lines and more to come.
Is it that much? I didn't realize we'd hit the 4-digit mark.
No, we're going for it, dude. We're going for it.
I think that'll do for the first dev vlog. Sounds like a Devin Townsend product. For the first dev vlog of this project. Thank you so much for watching. Do feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual YouTubey things, and do check out the X-RL7 Patreon, because there's lots of cool goodies, unreleased songs, unreleased footage, behind the scenes stuff, and your support really helps support the show, especially with the mixing and mastering costs of the songs. And that's one thing I kind of forgot to mention. The game will have an accompanying EP, so more than one song. And of those songs, the main lead song is 100% written. The next song is like 90% written. Future Mike here. Since this video was recorded, there's actually now 3 complete demos written, one with an asterisk, as it could be subject to change potentially. And in fact, on the Patreon right now, there's a clip of one of them. Here's a little taster. This is Mike guide vocals and an unmixed demo. I'm going to focus on the music again soon. It's an interesting switch of context. We're working on the game. It's like, okay, got to work on the music now, got to work on the art now, got to work on the code. Just the many hats one has to wear in working on such a project. Thanks so much, guys. Catch you soon.